Jaxon Kohler had 16 rebounds in Michigan State's win over Wisconsin. He was sensational. He was the best player on the floor, in my opinion. And after the game, some very big praise from Michigan State's head coach for Michigan State's big man. This is what Tom Izzo said. Quote, he's not gifted with long arms or 2 more inches or phenomenal jumping ability. I once told Zach Randolph. Zach was there when I recruited him. It was 10 minutes from Zach's house. And I said, Zebo, he's a lot like you. I'm not sure he ever gets a dunk in college, but he can rebound. And he does have some Zebo qualities. He has good hands. He just has a nose for the ball. He's like a great linebacker. Some of those ones he got were in traffic, and I was going on the bench. How in the hell did he get that? He plays possessed. He's like a heat-seeking missile. If we get everybody to play like that, we'll improve even more. Generational Tom Izzo quote in the midst of a generational Tom Izzo season. But Tom Izzo telling Zach Randolph he rebounds just like you. Your thoughts?
Um, my first thought is, with all due respect, is there any chance that Zebo was like, "Who the fuck is Jaxon Kohler?" I love Jax, but there's a world where Zebo was like, "Who?" Some other points of that. I love Jackson. He'd be an awful football player. He'd be even awful, even worse linebacker. While we're at it, 6'9" linebacker's crazy. Um, but there is something to be said about Jackson's ability to be a great rebounder because it is not athleticism. It is not necessarily a great leaping ability, a great size, wingspan, anything like that. He has incredible hands. He has an incredible nose for the ball. He's instinctual with his rebounding. There's an art to watching how, for lack of a better term, don't pause here, how balls come off the rim. Like there's actually an art form to that I think Jackson does very well. And he puts himself in great positions. And when he gets a hand or two hands on the ball, it's his. He doesn't fumble rebounds. He doesn't. He goes and attacks the ball, attacks it at his high point, and grabs the basketball. He's an incredible rebounder, and I think there was maybe some thoughts of like, okay, like this is all good and well, but this is what he's going to do in the non-conference against like the Sanfords of the world and Oaklands and things like that. No, this is like Jaxon Kohler probably. Is it going too far to say he's the best rebounder in the Big Ten?
No, he might be the best rebounder in the country.
He's just an incredible rebounder,
Yeah,
truly.
yeah, he is. Uh, in the Elite Eight, in Michigan State's one season with Zach Randolph, Zach Randolph had 14 rebounds against Temple. Uh, Reminder, you played Temple in the Elite Eight and Fresno State in the round of 32 that year, but that's beside the point. Uh,
You son of a bitch.
I didn't even realize. I'm looking through Alabama State, Fresno State, Gonzaga, Temple. You made a
Okay,
Final Four
first of
without
all, respect Coach Cheney. That
Card.
Temple team was tough.
Card made a Final Four without playing a high major opponent. 2001 was a crazy year. 14 rebounds was a career high in college for Zach Randolph. So if we're saying Jackson Kohler rebounds like Zach Randolph, he's exceeded Zach Randolph as a collegiate rebounder, no?
I think he rebounds like Nolan Winter.
I mean, Nolan had a great rebounding game too. I just love the togetherness of the Michigan State program in the sense that like Tom can just sort of fleetingly drop. Oh yeah, I was recruiting Jaxon Kohler with Zach Randolph. Like, how many other programs would like be able to name drop a guy like that had such a good successful year and make that count? It's fun.
It's just it's something special, something Michigan Statey about the 6'9" Mormon with a very online father who wears double wristbands and is from American Fork, Utah, or what is it, American Fork, Utah, whatever it is, something with F, and is just the best rebounding big in the league.
Best rebounder since who in a Michigan State uniform?
Jaxon Kohler might be the best rebounder in Michigan State history.
Oh, come on. Really?
Yeah.
Who's Michigan State's record? Wasn't like one of the bigs on the title teams?
What it's like what the all-time leading rebounder?
Yeah. Draymond Green is the all-time rebounding leader total. He had 394 rebounds.
Okay, yeah. Is he the best rebounder
Is
since
that
Draymond?
it's only 394? That's the all-time total?
That can't be right.
That maybe in a single season?
Yeah, it's got to be in a single season.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, because Jaxon Kohler has 228 rebounds this season. So that was in a season. What about career? You find this. Oh yeah, Draymond Green 1,096 rebounds in his career. So Jaxon Kohler is 600 rebounds away.
I mean, you're looking at the rebounds thing right now, like the leaders. Draymond, Kelser, Green, Antonio Smith, like Paul Davis. These guys played a long time ago.
Andre Hudson. What was his career record?
He's 10th on the list.
His rebounds per game only six. He didn't play a lot of minutes though. God, man, it's always a thing. These guys are just great rebounders, but they only play 19 minutes a game.
Zell's top 10 in rebounds.
So yeah, Kohler might be the greatest rebounder in Michigan State history.
Brendan Dawson's top 10 in rebounds too.
Mm,
I don't know what Dawson's numbers were, rebounding wise.
a lot of jumpy jumps there.
Yeah, some spitty spits too.
Crazy how many different ways there are to rebound.